All right, it's been a little while since we had a little Marshall code action on my YouTube channel. So I recently updated the firmware on my Marshall code, and I've changed phones since the last time I connected to my Marshall code. So I thought in this video I would show you exactly how you connect to it, and then show you this uh, patch that I'm playing here. It's modeled around a Marshall Plexi, which is kind of the classic rock sound for many songs. And I'm playing a Les Paul copy that's got a Floyd Rose on it. That's what you were just hearing. And I went from the bridge pickup to the neck pickup with a coil split on. So it sounds very single coil and a little out of tune from all that slamming around. But anyway, so let's show you how to connect by Bluetooth to your code, assuming you haven't done this before, or you did the same thing I did where you updated the firmware and realized that your new phone is never connected to it. So first thing you do is on the amp, you cut on the Bluetooth pairing, which is these two buttons right here. So you can see there's a blue light blinking on the amp. And that blue light means it's ready to pair. So let's look over at my phone here. So I've got the Bluetooth screen up. You can see that I'm not connected to it. Let's scan. So I'm in Bluetooth. I'm scanning. I've got a Samsung phone. Your phone will look different. If you have an Android, it'll look a lot different if you have an Apple. But that's basically what you do. Is you get Bluetooth going on the code where the blue light is blinking here on your code. And then on your phone, you need to look for it. So you probably can't see, but I've got a code showing up, Bluetooth, on my phone. So I'm clicking on it, and it's saying, do you want a pair? I want a pair. And now my code shows that it's ready. You can see the little blue there. That is my code. So now that I'm paired by Bluetooth, I need to start up the Gateway app, which you need to have installed next. So this is the Marshall Gateway app. And now that I have the app up, I'm going to connect to my code. There we go. And we're connected. You can see it right here where it says connected, and that's down at the bottom in the new version of the Gateway app. So now we're going to click back, and now it's synced up with my amp, and it's showing Plexi Classic, which is a patch that I made. I don't think this is original, but honestly, I can't remember. But it's a great sounding patch. All right, so you can see you can adjust everything here on the phone. Let me make sure the screen's showing that. Yep. Okay, so I'm on the, this is basically the preamp setting for it. Let's move this mic around a little bit so I can talk about the app a little more. So I'm on the Plexi. See that? That's the screen. Marshall Plexi. And you got lots of choices. It's kind of cool. I think the upgrade, or at least some of the upgrades, this didn't used to have these nice pictures. So I like the pictures in the upgrade. So I've got a noise gate on the guitar because even though it's a humbucker, it can get kind of with all that going on. Then if you add a lot of gain, and here we go, we're going to gain it out. So you can see how easy it is to adjust that. By the way, this is the headphone out into my video recording software. I use OBS, but that's what you're hearing is the headphone out. I'm not micing the amp up. This is what you would get if you plugged in a PA or whatever. So it's silent in the room other than me talking. Volume for it. I'll keep that where it was. One thing I like, you probably can't see it here, but it gives you the original value that it used to be. So I can see that it was 3.9 before. So you can see the gain here apparently was 2.8 before. So when I do that, it makes the goes back, and the little number at the top right goes away. So I've got a noise gate on it. Bass is 6. I'll turn that up. It's a little woofy. Let's go back to 6. And the middle's on 3. We'll give it a little more middle. But you can see it's a really great app for adjusting this stuff. And Treble 6.8, we'll kind of cycle through here. This is the power amp section. I mean, a classic Marshall 100 watt. And again, it's got these cool pictures so you can see. We'll keep it there. The cabinet is, let's see, a 2x12. So it's a Marshall 1936V. We'll just kind of cycle through them. It's kind of cool. Hear the sound change. In little different frequencies. Let's go to 112. So you get a lot of tonal variation there. We'll go back to that 212 I was using. Let's go to that power amp there again. So let's see. That's all my patches. So you can see I'm kind of swiping left and right here. So swipe left there. I've got this screen. Swipe again. Now I've got the setting where it shows the plexi, the power amp, and then it's got some settings for the power amp, which are the presence and the resonance. The presence is kind of upper mids. Oh yeah, let's get it back down to 6.2 where it was. The resonance, kind of how bassy we get. Yeah, that's right. I can get it kind of woofy there. So we had it on 4.7. We'll go back to 4.7. Then the cabinet, and this is interesting. Listen to it without the cabinet. Yeah, so big difference there. All right, and then we get to the pedal section. The pedal is not on. That's the volume knob here. So if I want to add an auto wah, I'll do that. Interesting. I don't like that, but all right. And then we've got the modulation, and that's like the phaser. Cut that off. And then delay. Now, it doesn't do tap delay like all my pedals do, but, you know, for practicing at night through headphones, this is cool. Generally, I guess around 300 is a good setting for headphones, at least for me. All right, so you get the point. All right, so, and then last but not least, let's cut that off. And then reverb, which I do have on here. And this is a room reverb. We can choose from room, hall, spring, and stadium. And again, they did this thing with the pictures, which was not on earlier versions of the Gateway app. So I like the upgrades. I like the firmware upgrade. I didn't really notice a difference in the sound because I haven't played it in a while. But the functionality between the Bluetooth and the code seems to be improved. I've got a code 50 for what it's worth. Again, I'm playing out from the headphone out. I'm not even live in the room. So let's go back here. So These are all the patches I've done. Maybe the Plexi Classic is a built-in one. Yeah, so here's one called Flangulator. I probably took a built-in one and modified it. Here's one with the auto wah. This is my, well, you can see what it says. Let's try it on the bridge pickup. So I hit the strings kind of weird there. Yeah, I'm ready for my jam band. And then one thing I found when I played live with the Code 50, I typically take a digital multi-effects in front of it and then plug it in. So I was basically using the code as just an amplifier without the all the things that are in the code, like the emulation. So I created these patches called My Empty and My Empty 2. So just in case you're doing the same thing and you don't want to play the classic kind of code sounds, you just want to plug in your simulator right into it. This worked for me. The gate's a 3. The gain you can see is like a 0.8. The volume's 10, and then just adjust from there. So it sounds pretty plain without a modeling amp or a modeling pedal in front. But I did a lot of gigs like this where there was a sound guy, and I became his headache because I plugged in my code and just cranked it up, and then he had to deal with the volume, like all guitar players do to sound guys. So that's my 2 cents on the new version of the Gateway app and connecting that by Bluetooth to your code. I've got a Code 50, but it works the same way for the different code models. But still a great sounding amp. And again, this sound you're hearing, let's go back to that Plexi Classic. That is through the headphones. Let's go to that humbucker. So I must have knocked a couple of strings out of tune. But don't let that color your opinion of the Code 50. It's a great sounding modeling amp, and it's really nice in a room, kind of chunking away at it without the headphones, without the USB out, just doing it old-fashioned into a 12-inch speaker and letting it roll. I think it sounds great, still does. Love this app that I can control it with my phone, back it up on my phone, and take this thing around to gigs. So that's my update on the Marshall Code. Let me know if you like this. Make sure you subscribe for more, because I'm always showing some part of all the gear that I'm going through at the moment. So definitely subscribe so you see more of this. Later.